Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. This is just a bit of a chit chat. Don't know how long it'll go for. It might be short, might be long. Because I so often say they'll be short and then we end up talking for ages. Sorry about the state of the way I look. I feel shocking. I am exhausted. I think I'm getting the cold or whatever, the viral infection that Jared had that Corey's now got. Because I am coughing a little bit and I just feel washed out, really washed out, I guess is how you'd put it. But that also could have something to do with the fact that for at least the last 2 nights, I haven't been in bed prior to about 2 a.m. because I've been working on projects for challenges. I am able now to put up my project share for Fiona Jane's challenge, which is your favourite thing. And with her challenge, I made something that I really enjoy doing. Although when you see the video, you'll understand why I never want to do another Grub Rose again. But I love that sort of craft that if you watch, I don't know if it'll go up before or after this video. It's going up on a different device, so it could even go up at the same time. So I don't know. But I really enjoy, when you see it, you'll know why I'm saying. I really enjoy doing that kind of craft, which was it was a textured fairy garden wall hanging. But I did incorporate the fact that I know Fiona loves fairies. And I tried to add a little bit of sparkle here and there because I know she likes sparkle. So, yeah, check it out. There's a lot of hours of work in it. A lot of blood, sweat and tears. Yes, blood. The amount of times I poked and prodded my fingers with needles, and I even pushed the needle right up under my thumbnail, which I think in one of my other chit-chats I actually talked about. I had last Friday these 3 fingers on this hand. I don't know if it was from all the sewing or whether because I'd done so much sewing and I was exhausted, I fell asleep on a nerve. But it took nearly a whole day for the feeling to come back into those fingers. They were numb. And then this hand, the other week, I actually had to put a hot pack on it because it was aching so bad. But I do have a lot of trouble with my right arm. I have fractured it 3 times. And with the cold nights at the moment, it's been aching. I've had RSI in it since I was about 12, so not much hope. So yeah, I did do a project share video for that. I did Deb Hendrick, she's having a challenge as well. The finish is next week. So I had to get it done today to get it in the post to get I think it was 5-day delivery. So I'm hoping Australia Post does their job and it gets the 5-day delivery. Otherwise, if I don't make it in time for the end of the challenge, I don't make it. I still wanted to do it and send it. But I forgot to do a video. Actually, I didn't forget. I was too tired to pull my tablet out and film it. I only had my phone, and for some reason my phone has used all its mobile data. But I noticed last night that because I got to the end of my allowance for the month, even when I wasn't using mobile data, it was using mobile data. So now I've figured out how to turn the mobile data off, and I'm only going to turn it on when I need it and want to use it. So that's why I didn't do it with my phone, and that's what I had inside. So I took the photos with the phone, the new phone, and yeah, I took photos but didn't do a film because I couldn't upload it. If that makes sense. I hope I'm making sense. I feel really, really ugh. And that's why I'm doing a video now, and I'm going to go to bed. I was going to wait and I was going to do project share and stuff, but I want to craft. I'm just too tired to craft. And I know how, I don't know about other people, but when I craft and I'm tired, nothing goes right. Nothing. So it's just not worth it. I have been trying to figure out, I think it's Cherished Treasures is having a challenge, and it's to make a vintage pocket letter. Me and vintage don't know what we are. I trying to figure out how to do something vintage. Yeah, got no idea. But I'm gonna have a go. I will have a go. Um, then I want to then so that's another challenge that I'm doing. I've got a book somewhere. I don't know where I've put it. Oh, I don't know. I've got so much crud in this lounge room. Just not the way it was. It's not as bad as it was, but I've somehow accumulated stuff around me. Like where I'm sitting on this end of the couch and that end of the couch down there is full of stuff, and if I want to lie down, I actually have to put my legs on the stuff. So tomorrow is stay home and tidy day. So yeah, anyway, getting back to what I did yesterday. Went to the psychologist, then went to the Salvos. So if you watched my video last night, that's when I went. Then while I was down in Coburg, I thought I might go to the butcher's down there in the, I know they got a really good chicken shop in the Coburg market. So I got the chicken, then I thought I'll get a bone for Ruby. Went over to the butcher's. They had no bones for Ruby, but I ended up getting some steak for the boys and I for dinner one night. And this tiny micro diced beef that was totally fat-free. And I made souvlaki, homemade souvlaki tonight. Beef, of course, because Corey won't eat lamb. So, yeah, on meat and chicken, I ended up spending nearly $80 or just over $80, which, you know, that's a lot. But when you've got two teenage boys to feed, they like to eat, and I'm trying. I have done really well. Tonight was night 5 of me cooking every night. We did not have takeaway this week. I'm like this spending freeze. Mind you, I'm on a spending freeze, but I've got no money to save because I'd run out of a heap of stuff again for shopping today that I needed to buy. What else did I do yesterday? Dropped into Coles quickly, which if you're not in Australia, you won't know. Coles is our supermarket. Because I like cold meat, so I got ham. I got the boys some hot suppressor, and some chicken breast. It's called premium chicken breast. I like it better than I like chicken loaf. So yeah, grabbed that, and last night we had Thai green curry again, and I had to get some coconut cream. So did that, and then I thought, oh, okay, day's nearly over. Came home, had some lunch. I was only home for like half an hour, and then I knew I had to get Corey's magazines. Corey likes reading The Economist. Now, I thought I was picking up one, which is $12. So this is another reason I've got no money to put away this fortnight. I get there, and this month, for some reason, there's not just one, there was 4. So that's $48 on reading material for my child. But I'm not going to complain. I would never pick up the magazine. It's the most boring, dry thing I could even think about reading. But he likes reading The Economist. He likes reading about the economy and politics and whatever else is in there. So if it interests him, go for it. So yeah, I did that. Then I went and got Jarrett from school. Then Jarrett wanted to go to my mum's for a couple of hours because mum's neighbour's mum was there and he gets along well with her. So I drove him down to Coburg. By the time I got home, it was 4:30. Now, I'd basically, apart from half an hour, I'd been out yesterday from 8:30 in the morning, and this was 4:30. And it was mainly in the car, driving from here to there and everywhere. So by the time I got home, I was exhausted because I think I'd had like 2 coffees all day. And I live on coffee. As you probably know if you've watched my videos, I love coffee. I don't like strong coffee. My standard order when I go for coffee is the biggest mug you've got, a 3/4 strength skinny latte. So that's my standard coffee. I love coffee. But I'd only had two. And then when I'm home, I drink Moccona number 5. So, yeah, and I hadn't even had one at home. And I'd been in heat. Like, it was cold yesterday morning. It was freezing cold yesterday morning. But by yesterday, about 10:30, it had warmed up. And my psychologist's office was like a sauna. So it had dried me out. So I came home and from 4:30 till 6, I was home. I can't even remember what I did when I was home. And then I went out and I had to go pick Jared up. Then we got home. Then I cooked. Then somewhere in there I did the whole video. I think it was after I cooked dinner. I can't remember. And then I crafted. That was yesterday. Didn't really get to sit down. And I froze all my meat. Divided it into portions for meals and froze my meat. So that was yesterday. Today I'm thinking, it's going to be a better day today. It won't be out long. Yeah, right. Jared again this morning. Standard go, take him to school. Come home. I thought, it's a bit chilly. I'll just go and sit on my bed. I had some toast for breakfast. Thought I'd just sit on my bed and watch some YouTube before I was meeting a friend for coffee at 11. Well, I had a little bit of a headache, so I slept for about an hour this morning back in bed, and it was so hard to drag myself back out of bed to go and meet for coffee. But I knew I had to do it because I knew I had to go to the post office and I had to go to the veggie shop and stuff. So I went and had coffee with my friend, which I really, really enjoyed. I would have loved another one, but time is just not on my side at the moment. So then I went to the veggie shop. Now, remember, I spent $80 yesterday on meat. Go to the veggie shop today. Now we're talking vegetables and fruit only from, say, today, which is Wednesday, and I will have to go again next Monday and get more. $40 later, I came out of the veggie shop. I know they say eating healthy is in the long run cheaper or whatever, but it is so expensive to eat healthy, so expensive. But it's cheaper. $40 at the veggie shop would have cost me nearly $100 at the supermarket. So, then while I was there, I got Ruby one of those big beef marrow bones. So she's out there grinding her teeth on it now, which is, that sound is horrible. But as soon as I'd finished there, I had to rush off to Jarrett's school to pick him up. And he'd said to me, Mum, wait till you pick me up to do the groceries. So then we go up to Coles. I walked into Coles thinking that I was going to spend maximum of $200. That was my top price today, top cost. $350 later, we walked out of Coles. That is why I am not saving any money this fortnight. So I'm hoping I've got everything crossed I can save some money before the first week of July. If not, it'll have to be the second week that we do it. But anyway, that $350 was really just the essentials. Bargaining, budget hunting. Like, for example, I don't get it often, but when I don't feel crash hot, I like strawberry milk. I do not like Big M or any of the ones you pre-buy. I like strawberry quick, and I like hot strawberry quick. This is just an example of why it took us hours, because we were comparing prices. They had the small tins, the 250-gram tins of Nesquik for $2.25. They had the 500-gram tin for $5.65. So what are you going to do? I said to Jarrett, let's just get one. He said, yeah, but Mum, it'll run out quick if we all want some. Get the big tin. And then we discussed it. We added it up. In the end, we got two of the smaller tins, which ended up, we saved $1.15. But we did that for nearly everything we bought. We worked out, would it be more expensive to buy the smaller ones, or, it was better economy to buy the bigger ones. So there was things that we probably spent a little bit more on. Like the boys like the cappuccino sticks, the Nescafe ones, you just put the hot water and it makes a nice cappuccino. Well, you can get a box at Coles, I think it's 26 in the box for $11.50. But the smaller boxes were on special for $5. But in the smaller boxes, you only get 10. So it would have cost me $10 for two smaller boxes, but I would have only got 20. So for an extra $1.50, I got an extra 6. So I did it that way. But then you go, and I got my chai tea, chai latte, whatever you want to call it. It's in the tea section, but it's chai latte, which I usually get from Safeways or Woolies because they're cheaper, because I get the home brand because it's quite nice, but I don't like the Coles home brand ones. They're pretty, ugh. But I got they had the same thing, one pack at $5 or the large pack for $11.50. With the chai tea, you only get 16 in the big pack and you get 8 in the small pack. So for the tea, the chai tea, chai latte, whatever you want to call it, it worked out cheaper to get the two smaller boxes because you still get 16, but it was only $10 compared to $11.50 for the big box. You probably didn't want to hear all that, but I was so frustrated when I finished shopping. I actually got in the car when we finished and I cried. I'll admit it, I cried because I am trying to save money. And to top it off, I didn't get any chocolate and I am craving chocolate. I don't crave chocolate often, but I am craving chocolate. Absolutely craving it. Especially Turkish Delight. Fries Turkish Delight. Yum. Or the new Cadbury, you can get it in blocks and it's Boost. It's a block of Boost Cadbury chocolate. Yum. But no money now till next fortnight, so my chocolate craving is going to have to just not be satisfied at all, which is a bit sad, but hey, the boys needed shaving cream and deodorants, and that costs so much money. When you look at it, I don't know, having these kids, nobody tells you. This is why when I see really, really young people have kids, I wonder, do they just think it's fun and games? Nobody tells you how much it costs. Nobody tells you what pains they're going to be when they're sick. No, nobody tells you that. Nobody, they just, like when you have a baby, it's all cutesy. Nobody tells you about all the nasty, yucky stuff. So yeah, not real happy there, but hang on half a minute, please. Sorry, guys, I heard Corey in the kitchen, just wanting to put the kettle on. I need a coffee. So yeah, that was my 2 days. Absolutely full to the top of driving here, there and everywhere. And then spending all my money. But we've got food. So it's a bonus. We've got washing powder and all that. They cost a heap. The washing powders, the disinfectants, the cleaners, and then of course, in one way it's great. I love having company when I shop, but in the other way, we end up with things that I wouldn't have personally bought if I had been on my own. Like Jarrett wanted macaroni cheese, the craft boxes of macaroni cheese. They were on special, so that's all right. I was able to do that. And then, because that'll be a lunch or something one day. They do like it. I don't mind it, but they like it. And then they had, the other frivolous thing I bought was iced tea. That was the real tea company, I think it is. It's that, whatever that brand. It's not the Nestle one or the Lipton's or whatever it's called. I think it's the Real Tea Company or something. They were selling those bottles for $1.65. So I got 5 because they're the bottles I use for Ruby's food. And the boys like peach iced tea. So that won't go to waste. I said to Jared actually when we were shopping, the first few aisles, apart from like the cold stuff, most of what we bought was drinks. I said, well, we're not going to go thirsty, are we? So, because I got cordial and yeah. So, yeah, it's just you plan and you budget and then you go to the shops and it's like, what happened to my plan? What happened to my budget? But you got to live, and that's what my mum said to me. She said you can't not live, you can't not eat, and I don't know other people, but with my depression and stuff, when I eat properly, I feel better mentally. So I'm really doing my best to cook every night, and the next thing I've got to work on is getting more sleep. But as I said, I was going to craft tonight, and I don't feel like it. I know I've got to make some IC cards. I've got to make a couple of pocket letters, some butterflies, spools. Trying to think what else I need to make. Really quite easy, well not easy, but quite simple crafting. Nothing like that fairy thing. I don't think I'll ever do anything like that fairy thing again. Or not for a long time anyway. But I want to do these challenge things, and then I want to and get them posted, because I think the majority are finishing at the end of this month, so the end of May, which gives me plenty of time, because some of them can go as letters, but a letter can take 14 to 21 days to get where it's going. So I need to get my bottom into action and do them and get them out no later than next Monday. Because I've already got the stamps. I bought heaps of international stamps ages ago. But I also want to get on to making the prize for my challenge. I have decided I will give something that I've made, and I'm hoping that you guys like it enough to want to enter the challenge. But that is going to take, I would say, a good up to a week to make all the components and everything. And I'm actually thinking of making 2, because I've got the paper crafting sort of side, and then I've got the fabric sort of side. I thought I'll make these 2 things. And then maybe I forget where I was going with that. I forget. Oh, that's what I was going to say. And maybe what I might do is say, if your name gets pulled out first, you pick which one you want, A or B. And then whoever gets second gets what's left. So that's just going through my head at the moment. It may not be that way, but that's the plans. You cannot live life without a plan, but plans don't always come into, what do they call it, fruition. Your plans don't always work. I plan things all the time and they never happen. But I've got a plan, got a goal, got a name. So yeah, I think that's it. Tomorrow's a pretty quiet one. I'm going to get washing done. I'm going to tidy my house, clean toilets, bathrooms, that sort of stuff, and craft. And then Friday, of course, is a busy one again. Fridays are always busy. But yeah, no, I like Friday. Fridays I seem to be going to bed really early, but I'm hoping this Friday I can actually stay up a little bit and do some craft. Anyway, guys, I'm going to say those words because I don't even know if I've repeated myself a billion times in this video or not. I feel like I have. If I have, I am so sorry. I am so tired. I feel like I'm talking double Dutch. Yeah, Fiona, if you watch this, sorry I didn't ring you. I know I said I would ring you tonight, but I'm just too tired to talk. My eyes are struggling to stay open. I fed the boys and now I'm going to shower and go to bed. So I'll call you probably tomorrow night or Friday night, one or the other. But I'll message you before then. Everybody else, have a great few days. If I don't get back soon, I don't know when I'll be back. When I've got something to show you, because I'd love to do a project share next. I am planning on getting my craft room sorted so that I can do some craft with me's where we chit-chat like this, but not looking at my face. You can watch what I'm doing as I'm creating. I know this face really should have done that tonight. Not a good look tonight. Anyway, guys, I'm going to say those words. I hope you're healthy, happy, and having fun, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.